man. That's crazy. Yeah, compared to now, I mean, it's game over now, man.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. So this video is going to be something slightly different and I've wanted to do this video for a while. It is going to be my 1 year transformation from stage. So obviously I haven't competed since the 4th of August 2019 and right now it is currently the 15th of September 2020. So it's been over a year since I've stepped on stage and currently right now I am just under 4 weeks out, which is mad to think. But I wanted to kind of show you guys what my transformation has kind of been like. Obviously I haven't stepped on stage for over a year and a lot has changed since then and a lot has happened since then. COVID's happened since then. The world has kind of come to a halt since then, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit more in depth to show you what kind of been going on. And me and Adam had a call the other day kind of going through what we're going to do for the next 4 weeks or what we're doing for the next week. And then also we looked over what have we done in the last year. So the call was actually really interesting. I did film quite a lot of it, so I wanted to give you guys an insight as to what we kind of spoke about. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel because it really helps support my channel. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video.
You're crazy. I was like, I don't know, Phoebe. I don't know if you're gonna be ready.
Phoebe got jacked.
I was like, we might be needing to do women's physique at this point. That was fucking.
There you are. Hi.
Such a good switch. That was hilarious, man.
Okay, now we'll actually sit down and talk properly.
Unlock share screen so I can show you my screen. Is that possible on your end? Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. Cool. All right, so let me show you what I'm looking at so you can see this, yeah?
Yeah. All
right, cool. So let's look at a couple things. One, let's look at your overall progress, right? Of like how the prep is going so far. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure that after this, you're like, you know what's 100% going on.
Yeah.
What your charts look like, how on pace you are, if we're ahead, we're behind based on previous preps. So let's look at your charts. Here's all your charts from everything.
That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
So this is, when you see this like wave, so if you look at this wave. This
okay, that's weight.
Yep, these are the weight. So this is the highs and lows of your weight.
Yeah.
These are the highs and lows of your, and then we can go to like when you were getting close to show.
Yeah.
And just like kind of compare, okay, where were you at this time for your last show, this many weeks out? Are you on pace? Are you behind? Are you ahead? So that's kind of how we can look at it, like with great detail. Okay. So right now you're 62.5 kilo. At your lowest, 61. This was, I remember this week you were super flat this week, and you were like
July. That was July was the beginning of the 3 runs. So the first, I think it was like the 4th of July, or like that was when the muscle contest show was. Yeah.
That was before the reload because you started getting a little. You really loaded hard, and you were at 61.5, and then you won the whole show. Right?
Yeah.
So this is a really close weight. Okay. We know you're a little muscular now, so let's look at the math.
It's so weird because I don't feel like anywhere near 61. Like 61, I remember being really depleted, and like this year it's like such a different feel, which is good.
So let's do the math, right? Okay, let's take the last 4 weeks of data. Let's go to your last 4 weeks of data, and then we could divide it by the math of how much average loss you're having per week. Divide that by how much more we have to go, and then we can see where we're at. Okay, so 62.5 at September 8th. We can go back as close to the 8th of August as we can. So we take 65.4, right? Mm-hmm. Subtract 62.5, so we have roughly 3 kilo. Okay. So if we take 3 kilo times that by 2.2, which is pounds for me. So you've lost 6.6 pounds in 4 weeks. So you divide that by 4. You're averaging 1.65 pounds. Okay. You times that by the remaining 4 weeks. If we needed it, most likely we only need 3. That comes up with an additional 6.6, right? Yeah. Divide that by 2.2. You got 3 more kilo. That puts you at 59.5 That's way lower than we were when we were.
Which, to be fair, was last year was around 58, but obviously we wouldn't need to probably get to that.
You're more muscular now. So
oh yeah.
We weren't working your lats that much because it wasn't as big of a thing as it is this year.
Yeah.
So we are ahead. We're actually ahead right now by 10 days, give or take. So
that's good.
Considering there's 4 weeks, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a third ahead. So now we start collecting data. Can we afford to do a reload? Yes, and we can also benefit from it by collecting that and seeing how you're responding, how carb sensitive you are right now with the reload.
Yeah.
Right? The more carbs you have, the more times we reload, the less sensitive you're going to be, and the more predictable the outcome will be towards the end of towards peak week. So it's a good idea to have that right now.
Yeah.
Energy's low, so why not have that?
Yeah.
So I think based on this and where you're at calorically, I think that we can have an additional 1,000 calorie. Just start there, 1,000 calorie carb reload starting for one day. We'll do a picture before and after the reload to get that data, get the measurements as well. Sometimes your waist gets smaller when you eat carbs. That's happened to you a couple times.
Yeah, it's happened quite a few times actually.
So let's do that. Let's do a check-in tomorrow. We're not going to use it for anything besides baseline, just to see what you look like. Let's do 1,000 calories from additional carbs, which is 250 carbs.
Okay.
And then do another check-in the next day so we can analyze that data.
Okay.
And a check-in the next day as well. So we're going to do 3 in a row.
Okay.
So we see, one, what you look like as a baseline, then see what you look like after you have the carbs, and then we know you're going to be holding probably a little bit of water on day 1, and then see how you look like after you've absorbed the carbs 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a little bit of work on your end, but at least you get to eat.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, to be fair, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. What my weight kind of does, it will go up and then up again, and then it will drop like quite significantly. So like usually if I'll have, say example, obviously the refeed will be tomorrow, so I'll have the refeed on Thursday, then my weight will obviously go up on Friday, it will go up again on Saturday, and then it drops dramatically by the 3rd day. So usually that's what's happened in the past and whatnot. So, but yeah, I think it'll be exciting. It'll be cool to get the data and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's just we just need the data right now.
Yeah, it's weird looking back at my photos like this. They've changed so much. I'm like, where has Phoebe gone? She's disappeared.
Yeah, you want to see something really crazy? Let's take a look at this. This is going to be fun.
Oh god.
I'm gonna do oldest and newest. Oh no, here it is.
Oh wait, it's loaded. Oh no. To be fair, this is me when this isn't my first one. But look at the lats, the difference in my lats and stuff.
Look at your waist though. Dang.
Oh my god, it looks so thick there. And that was me at like 2 weeks out.
Your shoulders are a lot more defined and more round, but they're not like, they haven't crossed past the feminine bikini look yet.
Yeah, it's so different.
This girl would beat this girl, no problem.
I'm like, where is her waist gone?
Dude, it's so much. Look at your legs, they're more symmetrical. Look at how much the balance was off on your legs to upper body.
Yeah.
Look at it. So much better, man. You're a different beast.
I know. It's so exciting. It's just crazy because it's like, I didn't expect this year to go like planned, obviously because of COVID and stuff at all, if I'm honest. And I was kind of like, I was so close to giving up. There was so many times where I was literally like, do you know what? Like, let's just call it a year because there's just no point. Like, it's not going to happen. And I'm glad I did not. Thank God.
Your lats are a lot more, it's just your balance is better.
My lats are so big there. Well, my glutes look good, but in terms of like roundness and stuff, they look a lot flatter from the side.
Yeah, you definitely have more, it's like you definitely see like even more body fat on the upper edges of the glutes.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more thickness than you're holding now. But the definition in like this area all the way down, the waistline so much thinner. And this is actually 1 week closer to the show.
Yeah, I can't actually believe that. I'm excited for this year. I think this is going to be great. And it's cool because I'm going in fresh as well, which I think is nice. Like, I haven't competed, so my body's quite responsive at the moment, which is good. And that's why I want to kind of stay. That was still me at 1 week out.
She's still fat.
Stop! That's so mean.
Look at that waist. Look how big it is.
You're way better now, man. That's crazy.
I'm so excited. This is crazy, actually, looking back, because I haven't looked back at these photos for ages.
Yeah, go back and look at them. Yeah, compared to now, I mean, it's game over now, man.
I'm excited. I'm so excited.
To be honest, I knew you were improved, but until I looked at this,
you're like, no, she might have improved a little bit.
It's just the front shot. It's nuts.
This is a lot. Dang, Phoebe. So yeah, everything's good. So some homework for you for 3 days of homework. And then that's it. We'll talk again soon. I want to talk like once a week going into this show, the last 4 weeks, okay?
Okay, cool. So obviously you've just literally watched the video of me and Adam kind of going over stats of what we're going to do for the next week, but we also went over kind of the transformations over the last year, like what's kind of happened. And I wanted to dive in a little bit deeper and kind of give you guys a bit more insight as to how we've transformed and why it's important to make sure that you do look back on your transformations and how you've improved. Why it's important to look back and see how you've improved, because I generally didn't realize how much I had improved until I've looked back now. My off season wasn't the most productive, and I always try and say to everyone, like, make sure you have a productive off season, make sure that you are doing everything you can off stage to bring a better package for the next time you get on stage. And if I'm honest, after doing 8 shows back to back I did 8 shows last year, 2019, between May 2019 to August 2019, which is May, June, July, August, 3 months pretty much. Well, yeah, 3 months I did 8 shows, which is a lot. So once I'd finished my last show in Tampa, which was, I think it was like the 4th of August, I was kind of ready to be done, if I'm honest, and I wanted just have to have time off of training, of tracking, and just kind of living a little bit of a normal lifestyle. So my off season wasn't productive whatsoever. So I started back up again in November time. We tried to diet for a show in February, and then I just decided to call it off and kind of give December a break. I jumped into diet way too early, if I'm honest, and I think that was a bad move on my behalf. And then we started getting back into it again the beginning of January, and then we started dieting again the end of January, beginning of February. So I've been dieting since, not dieting, but getting ready for this show in October since January the 26th. I remember that really, like, that date. It was January the 26th, which was my first check-in, because I didn't check in the whole of December. A lot has happened since kind of January time. Obviously, I was supposed to be competing in April, then May, then July, then all the rest, and now we're finally competing in October. I think it's very important to look back, because we've been so manic over the last few months. I haven't actually had time to look back and be like, okay, what have I actually improved on? Because I thought, do you know what? I haven't actually improved as much as I thought. Like, maybe I'm just bringing the same package. Whereas actually looking back, you realize how much you've changed. I've definitely improved on my posing. I've definitely improved my overall muscle mass and where I hold my body fat and stuff. So we've kind of done a little bit of a recomp stage, which is really good to see, because I didn't think I'd made much progress. So always try and look back at your previous to see how far you've come. It's always important to do that, and pictures really do paint a very strong picture of how far you've come. So looking back, I'll put on the screen for you now, obviously back in January, which was my first check-in, to now, it's such a big difference, and we've really improved from there. And even I'll put another photo on the screen for you now of over a year ago, which was me which we were talking about for the video. I think I was about a week and a half out, and me now, I think I'm around 6 kilos heavier to what I was actually in this photo. I know I was 5 kilos heavier to what I am in this photo right now. So it's mad to think how much progress it has actually been made in the last year. Another reason why it's good to look back on your progress, especially within the world of bodybuilding, is because it's always evolving, especially the bikini category. I remember being told, obviously in 2018, that my shoulders were too prominent for the category and they needed to be like just tapered down a little bit. And then the end of 2019, my shoulders, I think we got too small. And I remember saying this in a few of my videos, they got too small and they wanted to see me move more upper body. So now we're bringing it overall a bit more of a balanced package, where we have a little bit more upper body, we have a little bit more lats. That's why you need to make sure that you keep looking back at your progress and keep always trying to see what you've improved on, because everything's always evolving. Even with like just general lifestyle, it's always good to look back on your progress, because sometimes you just don't realize how much you've progressed until you look back. So I'm really happy with my 1 year transformation. If I'm honest, I think it's more shocking to me than what I actually thought, because I didn't think this year would actually go ahead regardless, if I'm honest. So it's nice to know that I've progressed quite a large amount from year to year, and I'm not going back on with the same physique, because you don't want to go back on stage just looking the same and with no improvements. And that was my biggest fear. I wanted to make sure that I'd come back with a better improved physique, and I wasn't going on with the same package as what I was last year. My main improvements, I think, is definitely my upper body. I've definitely got a more balanced upper body now, and I've definitely improved on my posing. Posing was one of my main things that I really wanted to make sure that I stuck with, like a 100% make sure it was perfect this year. Like in each transition, I'm looking the best that I can be instead of kind of just doing the transition. So that's one thing that I've really made sure that I've improved on, and I've already seen that from like now till like looking at my stage videos and stuff like that. So it's always good to just break down what you need to improve on and what you want to improve on, and look back and see if you have done that. Because I think a lot of people just kind of are in too much in the moment and just kind of go with it, if that makes sense. They don't actually look back, look at the data and look at what they've improved on. So that's why Adam wanted to show me, like, look, this is what we were last year, these were the weights, these were the stats, and then I can kind of be fully in the know and see how much I've actually improved. It's actually crazy to think as well, my waist right now is a 22.5 inch. My waist now is less than what I was at 1 week out for most of my shows. So most of my shows last year, I was around 23 inches. Little things like that have really improved. It's the same with my hip measurements. My hip measurements right now are around, they kind of bounce around. My hip measurement now is around a 36.5/36. And last year my hip measurements were around a 34, 33. So it's a lot smaller. We still have quite a way to go on my glutes to obviously get them down into condition. I'm really happy with the package I'm bringing, if I'm honest, this year. And I'm still really excited. Currently right now, I am 3 weeks and 5 days out. So I'm like, I cannot believe this is actually going ahead, because I still have, it's almost like I have trust issues. Like, is this show gonna go ahead? I don't know. I'm gonna try and keep you guys updated as much as I can from now on, because I really wanna make sure that I'm documenting everything as much as I can. I am gonna leave this video here. Thank you so much for watching my kind of 1 year transformation. This is something I wanted to do for a while, so I'm glad I've got to do it now. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps support my channel. Let me know if you want me to do any more videos like this, because I actually really enjoy doing videos like this. So, I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon.